welcome back everybody to the Sketchcraft Shout-Out. I'm Rob D, aka Sketchcraft, and joining me today is Uncle Jerk. Say hi.
Hi, Uncle Jerk.
always a literalist. Well, you know, I'm glad I got you in a funky mood today because we got a funky art book we're about to go over here. The Art of Studio Trigger, Volume 9, Space Patrol, Luluco. Now, folks, you're probably wondering who's Studio Trigger. There are the folks who did the anime such as Kill La Kill. I guess Gurren Lagann technically was Gainax, but it's most of the Trigger people. Little Witch Academia. And then probably a bunch of others, folks. I'm just off the top of my head. But Luluco was a anime that they did almost like on a, I want to say it was like a dare. It was like, can you make something that doesn't cost money? Because they're spending all this money on anime, right? Like high end, takes everything they got, kind of like series. Oh, they did a really good movie called Promare. Love it. And so they did this series. There's 7 minutes each. They're limited animation, and there's 13 episodes. And at first, when I first watched it, I was like, I don't know if I'm into this. Got me hooked by the second one, you know, like just hooked by the first one. Really, like by the end of the first one, I was like, okay, another one. I'm on board with the second. And then the storytelling goes into places that I'm like, every person studying storytelling or animation should have to watch this because it just transcends. Now, let me tell you some of the things it does without spoiling it. One, Studio Trigger, the studio themselves, when they first started, did some concept art, and I'll dig it up and put it up on the video. They did some concept art for mascot, right? And they never used it. I always wondered, what are they going to do with that? And this girl ends up becoming, this is the origin story of their mascot. And this character ends up going through like different, some of her father and her mother both resemble, like her mother resembles stuff from like Gurren Lagann, and her dad resembles stuff from Gurren Lagann. And like, they go through different animes, like they go through Little Witch, they end up in different, like they like bumbling through scenes or interacting with characters from their other animes during this adventure too. She turns into a gun. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. And so, and it's 7 minutes each. I mean, you just can't watch it with your kid. It's safe for the most part. I mean, you know, boobs, but it's super fun. And this book was on sale. I'd like to get all other volumes. If someone wants to gift me one, I'm going to put together something we could ship to. But I thought this would be fun to go through because at the same time, it's also Japanese printed, right? So it's got, you know, feels great. It's going to have all sorts of nifty things in here. Let me go ahead, Uncle Jerk. Have you heard, do you know Studio Trigger? Do you know Kill La Kill? Are you familiar with all this stuff?
Anime and manga are beyond me.
Hey everybody, we're on the road to 20,000 subs, so if you could subscribe, like, and click the little notification bell, I would appreciate it. Also, in case you missed it, folks, right here on the little shout-out page right here on YouTube that you're on right now, if you go check it out, we got some videos out that maybe you haven't seen. I'm going to pick one out randomly. Oh, I don't know, maybe this one. This right here, the Great Capullo Unleashed, Creech Black and White in Beast Mode. Be sure to check out this video where we cover Great Capullo, artist of the Batman, Court of the Owls, the current Wolverine, drew Spawn for like 20-something years, The Haunt. He did his own self-published comic back in 1997 and 2001, and we covered the black and white edition. Look at this. Look at these inks right up in here, folks. So we cover this whole thing. Go check the video out. It's 25 minutes, easy breezy. If you like gritty 90s comics art, you know, Danny Miki inks, this was right up your alley, and that will definitely help out the channel. All right, back to the show.
No, sir. I'm not allowed to watch it with the wives, and the kid isn't allowed to watch much of it, so I don't see much of it.
So sorry, because you're missing the best, dude. They're missing the best. These guys, they not only do they animate the best, their storytelling is super fun, super dynamic. Like in Kill La Kill, they jump to like, I don't know how to start. They jump to scenes that are like rendered like Game Boy, you know, like green and pixel, and like it's awesome. It's so amazing. So we're gonna open this right up. Right off the bat, you got a nice look at this clear cellophane, right? Animation cell style.
That's some dope design, dude.
I mean, you just can't beat the Japanese book printing and design, right? You just can't beat it. Got the main character concept, and then you automatically right off the bat, you know, you get this, you get tons of just rough sketches, you know. The director, I forget all the names, folks, so you're just gonna have to bear with me, but he's the guy who put together Kill La Kill and stuff, and just like
oh man, that is fucking cool. The breakdown is by dates.
Yeah. Proposal date. This is like all the different, you know, his like what he wrote out, how it's gonna go. Proposal date June 5th. I gotta like lens this at some point, you know. So I have never tried Japanese with lens, you know.
God bless the Asians. Everybody who is watching this that does book design, which should be like everybody, like Instinct and stuff. Yeah. If you're watching this, this is how you do it. Like, I love your stuff, but man, give me chronology. As a historian, this is that's so cool. Sorry.
And what you can't tell, and the camera's not going to pick up, is this has that satin look to it. Like, if you look at it from the angle, the pages have a satin look, and these pages have no satin, so they just have the paper feel.
I was gonna say you can see the difference on there, like where it looks like flat, like Oh, you can see
the sheen. Yeah,
that's cool as hell.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. How? I mean, just like if you're into like book design and laying out your own stuff, this is stuff we can't do here, right? Like you can't go to, you know, Print Ninja and ask for this stuff. Like, this is super amazing.
Freaking beautiful, dude.
And here's all the she turns into the gun right here, right? Like.
Mega.
This is all the sketches of that. Yeah. And so
is it like are we talking like Transformers transformations or like Fooly Cooly mutation transformations?
Weird Japanese English, like Space Patrol, feel good nah, like that stuff. She just magically when there's a threat, she turns into a weapon against her will.
Okay.
Yeah, she goes, oh no, she can't control any of it. It's like what it is too is I think it's like masquerading as like because I haven't watched it in like I watch it every year, but I haven't watched it since like last summer. If I remember right, it's like she really has a crush on this dude. And I think it's like when she gets the awkward feelings, she transforms as well, you know? So main character designs. And you just get like I love this stuff here. This like the pencil with like the little like animation pencil color, you know? Look at this shape too, right? Like this shape right here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like the limited colors too, man. I always get jealous of people who can use limited colors like that.
Well, these are animation pencils, so they only got like 10 of them, so it's pretty easy. And then her boss slash her the Space Patrol boss ends up being like a principal figure, but yeah. And then like her mom, her dad is actually this guy, this schlub, who ends up turning into like a slime or a jelly or something. It's pretty nuts. What's up, Scribblys? Check it out. I got a new website, sketchcraft.com. I've had the URL forever, but I've been working on my own website here on Squarespace where I can put all my art in one spot in case you don't like to do social media and the world's crumbling around you. You just want to hang out someplace that just has the cool art. Look, I got everything I've done in the past 20 years. You want to see Spawn kills every Spawn? All right, you want to see some concept art, some pages, covers, and stuff that I did for my latest series published by Todd McFarlane and Image Comics? You can check it here. There's tons of stuff, folks. There's tons of stuff in here, not just examples, but concept art. Look, thumbnails, all that good stuff here on sketchcraft.com. Also, I got a shop. If you'd like to buy some original art from me, this is where I put it. Also, if you want to find out what I'm talking about, you could check out the old blog, right? We'll go to the homepage. Check this out. I got a cool blog button. Bam! Click on that blog. This is where I just give little life advice, little insights. My latest post, Why Creative Work Isn't Always a Straight Line, is a fun read. You can get right down there, easy breezy. Helps Google know that this website's more than just images and stuff. That's how it works. And if you're really interested in all the little stuff that I come up with and things that I'm finding out on that don't fit around the channel, just subscribe to my stupid newsletter. Takes 10 seconds, and once a month I'm working on 2. I will put out a newsletter giving you all the little insights and stuff that I like, maybe some tutorials, maybe some exclusive shows. You never know, folks. I'm gonna make the most out of this. It's the little Sketchcraft fan club. This is my little hangout spot. So I put this all together myself on Squarespace, so I would appreciate if you check it out, sketchcraft.com. All right, back to the show. And then, but you get all these great character designs. And I mean, if you're trying to draw, like, look, as much as I love, you know, wild character design, when you are working in a form like this, you do have to have consistency of character shape, right?
Super consistent.
So, you know, if you're working on that kind of book where you want everything to be, this is super helpful to see, you know, all from the front too, which is kind of nice, you know, like not too complicated, different outfits, you know, pencil renderings, school outfits. So
that's why it's nice to see the concept art like right next to it, where they can get more, and you know, because you go like way over detailed with that as opposed to like what you dial back for the actual like character Bibles and appearances and stuff. So
these are rejected designs, right? So if you want to see what didn't make the cut, right?
Man, this is so well categorized. I wish they could break stuff down like this here.
Wouldn't it be cool to have this sort of format for like the 80s Turtles cartoon?
Dude,
you know,
for everything. I want to see this for Centurions. I want to see this for He-Man. I want to see this.
I love you.
Well, I guess actually
you're
not
dropping
He-Man.
Centurions in there. I'm with you. I want to see who thought redesigning everyone for the second season was a good idea.
Well,
So,
no,
like,
because but like you know what tripped me the fuck out? You know who designed the Centurions?
no,
Kirby.
Kirby designed them.
I would flip shit
makes
to
the
see
most
that
sense.
original art, dude. When I was researching my Kirby doc and I found out that he worked on Centurions, I was like, well, no wonder that was like the coolest friggin' thing ever.
Explains the mouth shapes too, because they have
Yeah,
Kirby
it
mouths if you
explains
think about
so
it.
much, dude.
Yeah. That explains it. So Kirby did the last thing he made that I loved was Centurions. Like, I like, you know, Phantom Force is fun and all, but that Centurions is.
It's right on that. He probably worked on a bunch of other shows that we don't even know he worked on, you know, because it's just that's how animation is. But yeah, he did. That was like that last little clip of about 2 or 3 years. And
Here you go. Now you got some model shots and turnarounds.
See, and this is what I'm talking about. It's really cool to see these like artist renditions where they're refining it and having fun, but they're also still doing the like shapes. And they're showing everybody like these are the basic shapes and concepts that I'm putting these characters together with. And then you get the really refined stuff. And you're getting all these nice emotions and emotive shots and stuff, dude.
This is where he turns into a gun. So he's like drawing the transformation, like his head pops out, the hand turns into a gun, or he goes awkwardly and the gun comes out of his guts.
What the hell?
Yeah. This is like a switchblade mode, maybe, where she's like, you know, like a switchblade where it comes out different. It's so creative, bro. It's so creative. And then the straight up early designs for the actual full color suits and stuff. So. But, this is the close-ups. Like, look at this stuff. This is where she's turning into a gun. You can just see the different like.
So we are okay. This like I don't know. This reminds me of like Fooly Cooly craziness.
100%. 100%.
You know what I mean?
100%, dude. 100%. It's not, but like, look, if you were to have a character, a human who transformed into a gun, you got to work that out, you know? And bro, this is supposed to be a limited at 7 minutes long, bro, limited animation, you know? And look at the amount of creativity going into this, you know? And it goes to show you, regardless of like how much money's being spent on anything, if you put the creativity in there, man, it could elevate any project, you know? These are some pretty dope action figure like anatomy designs here. I like these big arms.
I love that, dude.
Yeah,
that his anime look with the huge hands and the like.
This reminds me of like right now. If you said, Rob, I'm going to commission you to draw Onslaught, guess what I would do?
Oh my god, thank you, Christ! Because I was like, don't let him say somebody cool, because all I can see is Onslaught right there.
Onslaught!
Not that Onslaught isn't cool, but
look, not to deviate from the book, but I really love Children of the Atom and Marvel superheroes, and I know you love. I know you know Marvel versus Capcom, but I was hoping after Marvel superheroes they were going to use the Capcom fighting games to tell like different storylines. We'd got an Age of Apocalypse fighting game, and then we would have got Heroes Reborn, right? That culminated with Onslaught being the boss in Heroes Reborn, right? You know, like that would have, you know.
It was so funny because I was talking to Roland about that, and he's kind of like the resident video game crossover expert guy that I know. He knows a lot about that stuff, and he was like, that was totally just an accident because those are the rights they got, and it ended up kind of telling a story, and then they have little bits and pieces of these other axed games and stories, and I was like, oh, that's why they fell off so hard so quick.
Yeah, General Manager Over Justice is this is guys. Over Justice. Like, and they do that in this. They go, Over Justice. You know, like, look at this. This is sick, right?
Dude, that is. I just love the emotiveness of this art.
This
nice
director, this animation, he's the guy who designed Kill La Kill and Gurren Lagann. He's a genius. He's a straight genius. Like, just a silhouette of just, and he sits, it's a very flat thing, but it works too, you know, like.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, definitely is.
Look, there's a version of him in a wheelchair, evil Professor X style. He's got skulls built into the wheelchair, a little skull in the wheel. There's shotgun right here. There's a little shotgun. I see that. Like, dual shotgun. Hey, if you're going to be called Over Justice, I guess you got to have dual wielding sawed off shotguns. Like, you
got to go a little bit over.
This rejected characters is this cat, dude. Look at this. Look at this cat. Is it like how simple it is? Look at that. So cute.
Man, what does that remind me of? That reminds me of a certain animated. I don't know. My neighbor, is it My Neighbor the Yamadas that are all their cats? Like that?
Maybe. And this is some other.
God dang it! I'm so limited on my. Don't pay any attention to me. Shut up.
It's okay. Someone in the comments will be like, "You mean?"
They'll be like, "No, you mean blah blah blah," and I'll be like, "Yeah, you're absolutely right."
Maybe it's a Charmin commercial. So, but here's the actual final model sheets. You know, what's really cool is you get like on these hands right here. Like, look at the simplicity of just drawing that one line over. You know, but it works. It's not flat too. You know, like. When he's sketching it, I know like he knows his three-dimensionality, but just like the way she keeps her, I call that spawn hand, right?
Yeah.
She does the spawn hand. And then graphic design wise, like this is dope too. Like you get this.
I was gonna say, man, vellum. I really like how that like super finished, like super clean. Color guide or character guide is sitting right next to those really free. I mean, they're refined, but they're like free, loose, obviously, colored pencil pieces. That's just fucking nice.
And then that's her in gun form right there.
Kudos to whoever the hell put this book together. I wish we got anything of this caliber for like actual Can you imagine getting a comic book artist breakdown like this for like your favorite run? There's just
not enough time. I do think books should look. I told you, and we got some feedback from Peter Palmiotti in one of the comments when I mentioned this, but it was like maybe it was Peter. Well, he was in that thread, but anyway, I was mentioning on our last episode the J. Scott Campbell one. I wish we got more like limited series versus these consistent monthly issues. Where someone, if they treated the comics like R&D for their movies and just wrote it off as research and development, that you could have them spend a good year developing all these characters and then doing another year on a book and then releasing it, and then you can sell the making of stuff. You could sell the making of stuff at a higher profit value, like higher margin. And then if they take it to animation or movie, they have all this stuff, like.
It's already been worked out. You've got basically your Bible that you just build off of. That's what they did for Bucky O'Hare.
I know, but I maybe they're like, don't. I can see Marvel going, don't relate us to Bucky O'Hare, But this is like just the shape design, like the revolver as the cannon arm, It's very well done,
Oh yeah. It looks nerfy to me. I like.
And then this is so like, look at this, like it's so. This is the whole transformation.
I do actually have to get like really excited. I flipped out. I might have to break down and get it. Like In Stock Trades got a shipment of the 1982 DC style guides in.
Oh yeah, the Jose Garcia Lopez, right?
It's $50.
Yeah, $50. It's pretty good,
dude. It's 50% off. It's $50 shipped. I'm like, oh my god. Ugh. I really want to look at that. That would be a really cool episode. Get in the comment section. Like, this channel costs us money. Would it be worth me blowing my extraordinary limited income for about 2 months on books to pick that up? Would you guys watch that episode?
So, but yeah, no, this book, we'll jump around here, dude. But yeah, look at his shotgun design, right? It's all skull. It's all like, it's got normal, and then it's got the crazy skull version. It's all ribbed down here. It's got bones across the handles. I think he turns into the shotgun, if I remember too, or it's alive. I can't. It's been a while, folks. You know. Look, so much happens in 7 minutes. I defy you all to read it back to me. You know, like there's a part where this is her dad, and he's like this detective, and he's like this schlubby kind of out of work dude. But then like he turns into like a brain in a jelly, you know, thing, and he has like this crazy like to speak. He has like a mechanical mouthpiece attached to his brain so he can talk. You know, it's so crazy, dude.
I'm not gonna ask. I'm just gonna enjoy.
This is her mom.
What is that? Okay, yeah, this is the one that threw me for a loop.
Yeah, this is her mom, who's a space pirate, who's a badass.
Ah, space pirates. I always forget about space pirates. I don't know how I grew up on Harlock, but
yeah, her name is Luluco Godspeed. So but look at these, like, just look at this design. How cool is this design right here? Look how simple that is.
I like
this is
that.
Space Patrol Galaxy Commander. Like, look at this.
I was gonna say I like the blue-headed one like far more than I probably should. It's a really cool freaking design.
Yeah, it's simple, but
down at the bottom. Oh, that's cool. I got the breakdowns at the bottom too.
Yeah,
man, this is really well put together. See, Onslaught all day, guys. Come on, tell me that you're not like, oh no, Professor X not here, no.
And then there's all these different like mobster characters and different aliens and shit, and so like you can see. You get these like shark people, gator people, hammerhead. You know, you get like weird tentacle.
That's awesome, bruh.
Plus, it's nice to see something not being drawn like Steven Universe. You know, like a problem with America is they find one art style that's like profitable and then they overdo it. You know.
Yeah, unless it's interesting or difficult to do, like Cuphead, because you know.
Hey, that stuff was done at 24 frames per second, bro. There's nothing easy about that. So like, that took years.
But the style, the
noodle
design
arms.
And style isn't extraordinarily difficult. I'm not gonna go there. Not gonna go there.
Well,
There's still good animation out there. I'm just a salty bitch. It's okay.
I know. You're so mad.
I'm just an old man yelling at the cartoons to get off of my lawn.
Sugar Chan. So when she gets older, she ages throughout the episode. So this is her at 17 before she was 13.
How many episodes are there?
13. 7 minutes each. And this is color scripts. So we got color scripts here.
And how long does it cover?
It goes all the way to her being an adult, like 21 or something like that. Like,
what?
Bro, like so much story covered in so little time, and it all works. And there's like the backgrounds are like photo stats. Sometimes when they go to Japan, it's half drawn, half photo stats. So it's got like a 60s manga like limited color palette too in some areas. Like it's just, it utilizes its budget to its advantage. Like it's pretty nuts.
Interesting.
I told you, you've never seen anything like it, man. Like, you think it's going to be this cutesy little thing, and then it just goes into places. And if you're really paying attention, you could see, like, I call it the liquid television of it all, you know, where they're just mixing different art styles and, like, compositions and different techniques to, you know, fill it all in. These are all the different logos.
Before we go any further, these are the freaking logos for, like, the brands and shit that they made up that show up in the show. Yeah. As a fan, as a like serious psychotic, I mean obsessive weird bastard that pores over books and really obsesses over the guys that I like, for the love of all that's holy, when you put stuff together that are like galleries and stuff, include this. You have no idea how cool this is to see. Whoever put this book together, I will give you an old-fashioned.
These are hand-drawn. These are like hand-drawn ones right here. And what's really cool is these two are inside Go. This is KLK. That's Kill La Kill in the Kill La Kill font style. And this LWA is Little Witch Academy in the Little Witch Academy style.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they're also, like I said, they're referencing his other works, you know?
Man, this is well put together. This could be like the shittiest television show in art ever, and I would still be gaga over the design of this. No, dude, for real. This is like,
so these are some of the backgrounds. This is what I mean by, like, look, it's the monotone photo stuff, you know, like where they take actual photo locations and then they you know, when you do like the one color, like silk screen style. Yeah.
Normally that doesn't work for me, but this sounds like it's not necessarily going for like traditional anything. So well, I would try to give it a pass there.
When I first watched, I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man, and then it takes off, you know. The ending theme is crazy. Like, look at what they did. They did the thing because there was this meme style going around for a while where people would take drawings, they go to the real world and take a drawing.
Yeah.
They did a whole end credits of that, of her walking down the street in Japan. It's all shot on real location. She looks like a stick. She's like a sticker on the street.
Crazy. Yeah. It's kind of hard to envision like live action, but yeah, cool. Dope. Oh, and episode breakdowns.
Yeah, episde breakdowns.
God damn it.
Season's hilarious.
So good. Well, so okay. Companion soundtrack as well.
Yeah. There's a drama. They did drama CDs, I guess, in Japan. Because in Japan, sometimes they do like radio or drama CDs.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of an anime called Nichijou, right? And the voice actors actually did a radio program where they would go on the week every day as in character. And one of the characters was like Sakamoto, who was a cat. So the cat would be on there talking with them. And these are all, like I have them all. Like I downloaded all of them. Like you can find them. And I don't know what the hell they're saying, but I get to hang out with them just talking about random crap, you know? In character.
Awesome. That's so
Imagine if you could
crazy.
tune in right when the X-Men cartoon and actually hear like Logan doing like a weekly show, you know what I mean, about
That's what I was just thinking.
Like even now, like imagine like Logan and Cyclops arguing about the drones, the New Jersey drones, you know, like, you know, and then Doctor Strange comes in and it's the same Doctor Strange voice, like Cumberbatch just comes in audibly, you know. Like how great would that be? You know, I think there's just more inventive ways to market things than we do. You know, than we do in this country.
Well, it's so immersive, and like, you know, when I say they care more over there, I don't necessarily mean like just emotionally, but like for input of time and effort and all of that, they are going to get everything that they possibly can out of it. Man, these are nice. I love these little thumbnail sketch cards.
Yeah. These are his private illustrations or whatever. Like he just drew these. But yeah. These are great, right? All these compositions, like, super fantastic. Yeah, I just think, like, you know, if you're going to put a book together, you got to make sure that your characters can harmonize with one another, you know? And...
Oh, cool. They got an entire chapter on key animation, too.
Oh, yeah. This is so, like, I'll hold
wow,
it up, like,
what the hell,
all the keyframes are in here, dude. Like, look at this.
Wow. Okay, I'm sure for anybody who doesn't care about animation, they're like, what the heck? For guys that actually care, like, dude, this is the, like, literal nuts and bolts that you don't ever get to see for your favorite animation. This is so
cool.
This
you don't get this in a Treasure Planet book.
Of hours of looking up cells online.
Yeah. This is an 8x8
and you'll never
book,
see
bro.
them organized like
Look how great that one is too. I love the color pencil, you know, ones. The animation pencil.
Man, that is
That's
nice.
a great one. It's her face when she first turns into a gun. She's like, "What, dear God, what's happening to me?" It's basically like her puberty moment, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm assuming it's some sort of like allegory for her transformation into a woman, but
if I remember right, I think they're a spacecraft like landed there, so their town's filled with aliens, and everyone is not normal, and she just wants to be normal, and like she's like the most abnormal person ever because she turns into, you know, like. So this is a great drawing too. Just this right here, like.
yeah, I like the emotiveness. There's something that I just can't latch onto about a lot of manga illustration, but like facial wise, like that face right there is
Studio Trigger. Let me tell you, Studio Trigger is as good as any of the kind of stuff we had in the 90s. They're from Gainax, you know, so like they worked on all the Gainax, and Gurren Lagann was like the last big thing they did at Gainax, and this stuff is just, it's fantastic, Roman. Like, but like even here, like. You can see like the frames where he gets all super raw.
See, this is just amazing.
Yeah.
I wish they were a tiny bit bigger, but man,
I know.
This is like, can you imagine? This is like an 11 by 17 oversized, nice tits hardcover, bro.
I know, but in Japan, limited space, right? Everyone's got like so little space.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Here in America, the land of excess, you know, the 11 by 17 oversized, like $400 slipcased edition of this shit would have been.
I love this use of the lime green and purple animation pencil and orange.
Interesting. Yeah.
Zoom that in a little bit there. But yeah, this is all just filled with keyframe animations, man. Like transformation scenes, the whole super dynamic angles, dude. Like,
dude, can you imagine seeing a good Transformers book like this?
If they would hand draw Transformers, yeah. Well, what's funny is, so Transformers did that 30th or 40th animation bit like a couple months ago, and Trigger did some of the animation there, and it's like the best stuff in it, dude. Yeah.
I meant G1. I just thought it would be cool. Yeah. I just think it would be cool to see like that comprehensive.
Oh, 100%. Even if they took the actual book, the actual stuff from the first original 80 series, season 1.
Yeah, G1. Yeah,
G1 season 1, 100%.
Yep. Yeah.
Nice
really fun mixture in this too.
Yeah, it varies.
I kind of wish you would open up a little bit more in the accent for an art book a little bit sometimes, but this is really, really well put together. I am just respecting a lot of the compositional choices they.
The lime green line is nuts, dude. Like, it's beautiful, you know.
Well, it's really visually putting that page together is hard, man. With those limited colors and making this pop and like drawing your eye and letting you read. But the whole book is like lightening and softening and then getting harder and taking you into different. It's just
the camera doesn't do it justice, but you do get the softness of the pencils here. They're not over contrasted or crisp.
No, it does. It looks nice and soft and very raw.
Yeah. That's a great pose, by the way. That one.
Their faces are berserk, dude. They're so emotive. I love that. Because I do get tired of those.
Her dad's eyes are so big, they're almost like Felix the Cattish. You know what I mean? Like, it's got a little bit of that. I like the poofy coat, the poofiness from the coat shapes, crotch. Look at that little bulge.
Things you couldn't get away with here in the U.S.
I know. Then you get the storyboards, so you can actually see the director. Because this is what the director does in Japan on animes. They do all the storyboards. That's how they direct. There's no script. There's just these storyboards. Like, this is what they go through with timing and directions. These all get handed out. You know. Let me bring this down. And this is like what the Studio Ghibli books are kind of filled with, all of Miyazaki's, you know, Same deal.
Yeah, I wish I had more money to check those out. Are they like
not cheap? I got a few, but yeah, not cheap. I own a couple.
Cool. I'm looking forward to checking them out. We got to check out a couple, or at least one.
Oh yeah, no, we'll do them all eventually, bro. Every book I ever bought's going on this freaking channel. I already spent the money. You know what I mean? Like I'm at least gonna get, you know. Plus, I love talking about this stuff, man. Like, you know,
whenever me about the book.
100%. Yeah. I'm normally just geeking out on my own. Now I gotta go. Well, guys, you know, like this is a great. Look how it pans down across 4 frames, and this close up right here is sick too. I mean, this is hard to do. Like just figuring out, like she's running here, then it's like a close up, and then you're looking down at what she puts her gun on the ground and she flips over. It's just, I'm always amazed at people who can. I've done animation myself, and I was more of like a just go straight at it kind of guy, you know?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
People who can actually do X sheets and timing blow me away, you know?
I about flipped out, man. Like I'm not very familiar with or the biggest fan of One Punch Man, but somebody took like I think it was like 15 or 20 consecutive panels from the comic and just put them back to forth, or back to back, and it actually animated. I flipped out. I was like,
hell yeah, dude.
I was like, how do you do that, man? Because it was all freehand and like it was beautiful.
I've just found with animation, some people have the mind for it. You know, this is Sumi eBrush, dude. Look at this. This is all big brush.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, this looks like Alex Nino to me right here. Like, I love the roughness because like I saw a lot of this in the desk design for this guy earlier too. Like those kind of like raw lines and shapes.
Right. I love this. So you got the anime, typical like your classic like, you know, anime, but what you also got is like these crayon like stars, you know, and planets behind them, like little alien spaceship. I like that design sense. And this is a classical. The Japanese love doing this kind of like world. They do it like on like Capcom games back in the 90s where they would draw the world, like remember Power Stone and stuff, where they put the globe lines on here. And then that's a really good little like perspective shot. Like I like that of the city.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Yeah. But the color design on all this is really smart. The pastel blues and pinks.
It pops even if it's not my thing. That's for sure.
Yeah, look, as a kid, man, as an 80s kid, they didn't have it where my mall was, but when I would go up to Cerritos to my cousin's house, we would go to the Cerritos mall and they had a Sanrio store. And oh man, I loved going in there. Like I was like, love all of this. Look at these shapes. Oh my god, and the color. My my aunt thought I was gay as hell. I was like, no. Like, I don't mind being gay. I mean, look at like, buy me these toys. I loved the Sanrio store. Loved it. Couldn't get me out of there. It was the best. All the paper, the pencils and the erasers and. Yes, sir.
I just see little Rob with the pencil, like John Waters' mustache, running around in a Simpsons episode, bro. Like, give me my toys and my shape t-shirts.
Yeah. So this is where they've mixed in the anime. They do this. They mix in the photo little one color monochrome thing.
Yeah, I need to see this stuff in motion before I can make it. Look how
smart this is too. When you're on a limited budget, all the background characters that aren't necessary are
black. Like they're almost
black
monochromatic.
And white, totally. Yeah, they're monochromatic, and she's in full color, right?
But
and
what's really cool is I like how they went heavy on the holding lines for everybody,
right.
So that even though they're monochromatic, they don't look out of place, and they definitely don't blend into the background.
And the backgrounds have no black in it too. They just have the blue. So
that's right. Yeah, they really went out of their way, and like the holding lines on the people in the background are like probably twice as thick as the foreground main character because she's in color and stuff.
There's a little UFO flying up there, buddy. Look, I know you. Normally, you'd see this go, "Oh, you guys are trying not to spend money," but they're so creative with it because they were trying not to spend money, but still.
I don't care. See, like I grew up on Evil Dead. If you're trying not to spend money, and I don't care what anybody says, I like the fact that when I watched a scene in there and it's a panning shot from the ceiling down into the living room, it took them 8 hours of Sam Raimi doing crunches with a handheld camera to achieve. It is one of the best shots I've ever seen. So saving money is not synonymous with anything other than like, I know what I want. I'm gonna make
they did the right thing though. We're saving money, but we're compensating by being way creative. We're over.
But that's what I'm saying, because you have a vision. You're doing something with that. You're not just needlessly like ham-sabanning shit.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. I said that, guys. Screw him. And
that must be
that series
the band.
on UPN.
That must be the band that does the theme song. Look at that.
I love how they always have a relationship with those guys over in like all the Asiatic countries. It's like you know the bands that do your themes, and it's like a big part of the show and stuff. Even if I despise those goddamn theme songs.
These are like the sticker sheets.
Oh, that's really cool. So, man, I want to know what those really raw pictures that were about this size earlier that were like a bunch of them were numbered. I want to know what those exactly were. They look like cards or like concept sketches and stuff. They look cool.
I love
I'm very curious. It's
big-headed chibi. Look how they fit in the space bubble head, you know? like the space bubble head comes first and then the head fits in it. That's what I like about it. They came up with the space bubble shape and not making the head first and then the space bubble.
Yeah.
Super smart. You ever play Puzzle Fighter? You know, like remember Puzzle Fighter? It was like it was a puzzle game with Street Fighter characters and Capcom characters, but they were all the chibi super deformed style or SD style.
I remember. No, I did not.
Yeah. Super fun. These are stamp collections.
I was gonna say, are these freaking stamps?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I would literally unalive people for books like this about stuff that I love. Can you imagine a Marvel versus Capcom book that's an art book?
How about the Tick cartoon?
Actually, there's a couple of really that if you just specifically the cartoon, that would be
And then we got an appendix.
Anybody who's watching this too, if you guys because some Hollywood folk I know follow this stuff. If you guys have seen any of the, I know they're floating out there, the original scripts that got marked up by Fox for the Tick, X-Men, or Spider-Man, please get in the comment section or get a hold of me and let me know, because I've been looking for one for a while. I really want to go over it, guys.
It's just fantastic. And look at this, you get a final full color. This came out like 4 or 5, I don't know, some years ago.
Okay, so it's done. I've
lost track of all time. It's not that old, you know, but
well, no, but you know, old enough. You're not getting a second season or whatever, you know.
So I don't know what they're doing next, but I do want to say this, folks. I love this. They have other ones. I would love to get them. If you guys want to buy me them, I'll put them on the show. You know, we will geek out over. Huge fan of Street. Did you see anything you liked? Because you don't know anything about it. Were you happy I showed this to you? Or you're like, man, why waste my time?
Not why waste my time. I have a lot of respect. No. Okay. I don't necessarily. Let me say this much. I will say this in the nicest way possible and the most blunt way possible. I don't associate well with art of this style. It turns me off. I don't like it. It's not my bag. But number one, the design of this book is absolutely dynamite. Everyone who's putting a book together that covers anything where you're like talking about where people have such an association with these characters like Spider-Man, Captain America, creators, you have all this wonderful behind the scenes stuff that all these guys do, all these collectibles, access to all of this amazing archival stuff, and we never get to see it ever.
Right.
Not only do they include all of that, but they intelligently break it down They show you every aspect that you could possibly want to know about this show. I'm absolutely ecstatic you showed me this, because this is like a book that you could like take and beat an editor over the head with and be like, no, this is why your design is garbage, because be like this.
Look, yeah,
like,
this thing's like 10 years old, because like proposal date was 2010. That's, guys, I have no concept of time after my 30s. You just gotta let it go.
Yeah,
it all gets jumbled.
On it.
Yeah, it all gets jumbled. But it's on Crunchyroll right now, folks. All the episodes, you can watch them. They're there. Go watch them. 7 minutes each.
Yeah, and I really liked a lot of the facial and emotive animation. I definitely can dig, man. I see a big jump in quality there, as opposed to like the more generic pinup thing that I saw on the cover and was like, okay, let's see where we're going from here. You know what I mean?
Never underestimate Studio Trigger. I got more stuff from these guys you're gonna love. We'll talk about that another day. Uncle Jerk, thank you so much for joining me again tonight on this book. I appreciate it.
Always for having me and listening to me ramble and rant and like incoherently look at all of this cool stuff that you got sitting around.
And as always, folks, be bold
and keep cartooning.
Justice. Keep cartooning justice. Peace. What's up, crafties? Make sure you follow me, Sketchcraft, at YouTube and Instagram and everywhere else on socials, as well as Jerk Comics on YouTube and on Instagram and all the other socials. You can also check out my stuff at sketchcraft.com, so we can find my art, and you can buy my stuff at shopsketchcraft.com. If you'd like to get some comics I've made, Spawn Kills Every Spawn, issue 1 through 4 on racks at all your comic book shops right now. Issue 5 out December 18, 2024. And the trade paperback coming to you July 29th, 2025, all the way next summer, but we're going to have cause to celebrate. Spawn Kills Every Spawn. Go get that right now. Support the old Sketchcraft, and we'll see you next time. Peace.